set to start the proceedings, and we are underway here in Jacksonville. Fields it right around the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Foles. They'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 11 yards there on the first play from scrimmage. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Foles. And his throw is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Throw caught by Pierce. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Offense is moving a little bit, out back on their heels, but they're on a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
They'll give him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
Now Foles. Finds his big tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 25-yard line. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Touchdown! Paris Campbell, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Colts will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Taking it about the 1. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10 at their own 24. They go play action with Lawrence. Flush. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. First carry for the Clemson man, Travis Etienne. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. Give him 5 yards on the run there, but it'll leave him with a definite 3rd and long on the horizon. Lawrence. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. Well, on 3rd down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there to pick up the first, Charles.
And he used the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. They go play action now. Lawrence. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
On play action, Lawrence. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Carry by Taylor to start the drive. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They run once more with Taylor. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That good for 19 and a 1st down. Back to throw. And it coughed it up. And the Jags grab it. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
The pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. Shaquille Leonard. 2nd quarter now from Jacksonville, and it's the Jags with the football as they've got it facing a 2nd and long situation. Now Lawrence. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. They'll run with Etienne and trying to shake free, but Etienne cannot. The defense will stop him short. Going for it, here's Etienne. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now Lawrence to throw. And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. Picked off by Shaquille Leonard, the linebacker. And the Colts are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And the last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. 2nd down, another run with Taylor. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. First and 10, Taylor now. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
From the 36, Foles. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there that takes away what could have been a touchdown. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. He'll look to throw. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Josh Allen coming in to drop it for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th.
A good scheme and an early win for this pass rush. They got back there before he could work through his entire progression and ended that play early.
To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. Jacksonville set to go again offensively. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing. And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. Picked off by Julian Blackmon. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They felt they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Foles. Got a man. It's Pittman, and he holds it in for the Colts touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Colts will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
And they'll accept that penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Trevor Lawrence and the Jaguar offense going back to work. He's been picked off twice in this ball game already. And they'll try to sort things out here as they begin with a 1st down. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And the pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. On 3rd down, Lawrence. And that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so they dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
And they'll try and throw forward with Lawrence. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Looking for Pearson. He's got him. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Alec Pierce as the first half is winding down. And the Colts would extend their lead here just before halftime. The extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taken at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Fields it right around the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw into the hands of Kirk. And quickly, they get to the line. To throw again on second down. Lawrence. This is caught. It's Kirk. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Play action. It's Lawrence. Out to his left. And this one into the hands of Ingram downfield. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A very solid gain of 27.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. A 2nd and 10 forthcoming here. Third quarter action from Jacksonville. Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. Steps away. That's caught on the left side by Kirk. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A gain there of 21 yards. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. A shotgun snap and a give to Etienne. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. 2nd and 3 with the ball sitting on the 5. Another tote for Etienne. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Straight ahead, Etienne. And take this into the end zone. A touchdown, Jacksonville. Travis Etienne taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Jaguars are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. So that drive with a total of 8 plays. And it was capped off by a Travis Etienne touchdown run. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You could say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. And he fires one that's intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So that potentially a turning point here in this third quarter. A 2-score lead down to 1 now following the pick 6.
And that had to be the message at halftime for this defense. Delivered and accepted. We need to go out there and make something happen.
Patterson now for the extra point. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. Defensively getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. Taken in at the 3. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, let their defense get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Out of the gun now on third down. And he wisely will throw that one away. And here's Julio Sanchez as he'll kick it away for the second time. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Throwing now, Lawrence on first down. He targets Ingram for another grab. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
I'll give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field.
Back now in Jacksonville. It's Jaguar football, but a little work to do for them. They trail here as we start the fourth. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Sacked by Yannick Ngakoue, the former Maryland Terp. Second and 20. Another try after the first down sack. Lawrence escaping the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in there. Now running back within 4. So they didn't put on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense. And this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
And this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it. And let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. A throw over the middle, taken in. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
On second down, it's Taylor. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Cut check time on both sides. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. Yeah, boy, a good surge defensively. It'll depend on the mark, but I'm not sure he got there. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Lawrence. Oh, and that nearly ended him. That should have been intercepted, but he cannot corral it, and that is a lifeline there with 3rd down coming up. Here's Lawrence. And that is incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Here we go. Gotta have it. Lawrence. They'll roll him out right. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. They'll run here with Taylor. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Again, it'll be Taylor, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This will get the lead up to 7. And his kick here is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
Fields it right around the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. So here now, Lawrence and the Jaguars down 24-17. A minute 17 remains. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down. A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. It's another 1st down as they bite on 23 more on that one. Lawrence. Completes it to Evan Ingram. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts 42. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing now, Lawrence. On the move to his left. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. He'll look to throw. And his ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime.
Obviously, the excitement level here is almost a fever pitch. Down 1 is tempted to go for 2. I say you go ahead and kick the extra point. You got the home crowd carried into overtime.
I'm with you. Do you see some fans are holding up 2 fingers? Easy now.
Once you have to actually make that call.
Boy, you want to talk about guts. Guts is going for 2 when you're down 1 in that spot right there.
Do they not trust their kicker? Did they not feel that it was time to go ahead and do that? Or did they just say, we've got a play on that we're so confident in, we're going to go ahead and do it? I'm going to say they're going to say that in the press conference.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. They also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. That's complete to Pierce. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Well, it took us until the final play chart to officially decide.